Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about the viral theory that Britney Spears is missing, the reason that Francia Raisa is getting attacked by Selena Gomez fans, and Dianna Agron finally addressing the dating rumors about Taylor Swift. Okay, so you might have heard the theory that Britney Spears is actually missing, and the Britney that we see on social media is not really her. It sounds crazy, but this theory has been getting a lot of traction recently. To sum it all up, some fans believe that her accounts aren't actually being run by Britney herself. To try and prove this idea, they have sought the help of AI. The Instagram account called Britney Is Not Free posted a video where AI was used to enhance a grainy picture from her recent wedding to Sam. The video shows Britney on her wedding day, but the photo is kind of blurry and pixelated. After running the picture into a photo generator, they made an interesting discovery. Of course, this kind of technology can make photos appear clearer, and that's exactly what it did. But this new shot of her was said to look nothing like her, or at least there was something uncanny valley about it. Some fans pointed to this as evidence that the person in the picture is not really her. In the comments section, people wrote things like, "Nothing can convince me that that's her at this point," and "looks more like Jessica Simpson." But of course, there are also those people who called out the theory for how ridiculous it is. They insisted that AI is not reliable and it doesn't actually prove anything. The Instagram account was eventually deleted, but the Free Britney movement is still alive and well. People are constantly on the lookout for more clues that someone is impersonating her using deepfake technology. Another example of this is a video of her on Instagram dancing around her house. In these clips, it looks like Britney's tattoos are gone in one frame, but then suddenly show up in the next. It almost seems like there's some kind of glitch to make the tattoos disappear and reappear. Not only that, but some people swear that the features on her face have also been glitching, which might be because AI can have trouble mapping out all the facial characteristics in real time. And that's even more difficult when the person is moving too quickly. But of course, there is always a reasonable explanation for this. Britney could just be using a filter, in the same way that a lot of people do on TikTok and Instagram. And those ones do tend to move about when you cover your face or you turn your head. So it's more likely that she was using just a simple beauty filter, which can smooth your skin, change your eye color, and even your face shape. But not everyone is going to be satisfied with this explanation. One of the biggest reasons that this theory has gone on for so long is that Britney has very much kept out of the spotlight since her conservatorship ended in November of 2021. She hasn't done a ton of red carpet appearances or any live performances. She's mostly just been posting on Instagram. All of this makes it very easy for people to latch onto the narrative that she is still being controlled. Of course, no one knows for sure, but we also just have to take her word for it. If she says she's okay, then yeah, she's okay. A few months ago, it was reported that Britney's family and friends were planning to host an intervention amid growing concerns for her mental health. In response, the singer hit back on Instagram with a scathing post. She wrote, "It makes me sick to my stomach that it's even legal for people to make up stories that I almost died. I mean, at some point, enough is enough." She ended the post by saying, "Doing the best I can. Again, the conservatorship has been over for almost a year. No folks, it's not 2007, it's 2023, and I'm making my first homemade lasagna at home. I finally got my fireplace to work in my living room. As my hubby says it best, don't believe everything you read." And yes, even Sam Asghari has gotten dragged into the middle of this. He spoke to Access Hollywood and insisted that the intervention never took place. He said that Britney is in complete charge of her life and will continue to make all decisions surrounding her care regardless of circumstances. Fortunately, there is some good news in all of this chaos. Britney will finally get to tell her own story and take back the narrative of her own life. Her highly anticipated memoir is set to be released this fall. She landed one of the biggest book deals of all time, receiving a $15 million advance to write her book for Simon & Schuster. And it's already predicted to be a groundbreaking bestseller. According to insiders, the manuscript is said to be a powerful and inspiring account of her life and her most vulnerable moments. It's set to detail all of her honest experiences, from childhood to her struggles with mental health, toxic relationships, as well as her infamous conservatorship. The book will also chronicle her incredible journey of overcoming her oppressive family and finding joy with her partner Sam. Although the memoir doesn't have a name yet, we do know that it was written with the help of acclaimed novelist and journalist Sam Lansky, who's been working closely with Britney to make sure that every aspect of her life is covered properly. So it's definitely something to keep your eye on. Alright, now this next story is really shocking. Actress Francia Raisa, who donated a kidney to Selena Gomez, is now getting bullied by her fans. Paparazzi caught up with her recently to try and talk to her about falling out with Selena. Although she didn't answer questions about their relationship, Francia did reveal that Selena's fans have been bullying her on social media. And it's really bad. As an example, she shared one of the most disgusting comments that she's gotten when someone actually threatened to rip out her other kidney. These disturbing comments were obviously having a real effect on her because it's one of the only things that she would address when she spoke to the photographer. She also defended Selena in the process and said that in no way, shape or form does she condone bullying. The irony is that Selena has a non-profit project called Rare Impact Fund, which works to reduce the stigma associated with mental health and provide young people with access to the resources they need. Francia went on to say, "So the fact that now I'm being bullied as I am is messing with me mentally. It's just, to me, it's not what everyone wants for someone." And she's literally out here saying, "Please stop." So I don't understand why this is happening. In the end, the actress said that she's doing what she can to try and tune out all the negativity, even though part of her understands that it comes from these extremely hardcore fans, which is exactly the kind of people who are sending her these messages. Once the paparazzi footage was posted to Twitter, even more people started attacking her. All of this hate against Francia can be clearly traced back to her falling out with Selena. In her documentary My Mind and Me, Selena gave no mention of her at all or what she did. She detailed her health struggles but neglected to mention anything about the kidney transplant, which was an incredibly risky surgery and a major sacrifice on behalf of her former friend. When the documentary came out, Francia unfollowed Selena on Instagram, and while the two of them had grown apart in the years since the surgery, this was still pretty shocking to a lot of people. To make matters worse, Selena then did an interview with Rolling Stone where she said that her only friend in the industry was Taylor Swift. Once again, this comment seemed like she was snubbing Francia, because she's known Selena a whole lot longer than Taylor Swift has, given that they met way back in the Disney days. In response to the interview, Francia then took to the comment section and just wrote the word "interesting." When someone called Selena out for this, she responded by saying, "Sorry, I didn't mention every person I know." But this comment sparked huge criticism online because of just how dismissive it was. People were shocked that Selena had seemingly turned her back on her best friend after everything that she has done for her. For those that don't know, she was diagnosed with lupus in 2015. This is an autoimmune disease that causes the body to attack the healthy parts of itself. As a result of the organ damage from lupus, Selena's own kidneys started to fail. She was silent on social media all throughout this health crisis. Then in 2017, she revealed that she had undergone a kidney transplant and that Francia had been the donor. The announcement was met with a lot of support and encouragement from fans, but the recovery process was extremely difficult. For her part, Francia always maintained that she volunteered for the surgery, but she ended up experiencing some very real complications. She said, "It's harder as the donor because we are losing something our body didn't need to lose. I couldn't do anything active, couldn't move for 2 months." Although fans were still cheering her on for her decision, some of them started to question what really happened. About a year later, Francia admitted that doctors told Selena that she was a match before she had even found out herself. Selena then FaceTimed her to tell her the news, which of course would have put her in a very uncomfortable position. Then in 2018, it was reported that Francia was unhappy with Selena making unhealthy choices. The singer was spotted in public drinking alcohol, which obviously is not great for the kidneys. Then in 2019, an inside source claimed that Selena was fed up with feeling indebted to Francia, and she would later go on to refer to her simply as the girl who gave me her kidney. So it's no wonder that the two of them eventually had a falling out. To this day, some people say that Selena was very ungrateful for the donation. Others say that Francia didn't do it for the right reasons. So who do you think is in the wrong? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, so this is really the week of Taylor Swift dating rumors. First we had Fernando Alonso, then it was Maddie Healy, and now there is also Dianna Agron. Well, sort of. The former Glee actress has finally cleared the air about her relationship with Taylor. In an interview with Rolling Stone, she was asked about being included in the liner notes for the song 22, which led fans to believe that they were involved romantically at the time. Dianna was asked if she was the inspiration behind the song, and in response she said, "If only." And as for why she was in the footnotes, she said, "That's more because of a friendship than being the inspiration for the song, but I would not be the person to ask about that. I cannot claim that." When she was directly asked about how she felt being in a rumored relationship with Taylor, she said, "That is so interesting. I mean, there have been many stories about my dating life that are so wildly untrue. That's funny." So there you have it. That hopefully puts an end to the long-running theory that these two were ever a thing. And it's probably just wishful thinking at this point. Back in the early 2010s, Taylor met Dianna when she was starring in Glee. They became fast friends and spent a fair amount of time together. This is something fans were quick to take notice of because to some people, it seemed like they were even closer than friends. To be fair, Dianna was mentioned in Taylor's music quite a few times. When she released the song Wonderland in 2014, their connection was a little harder to deny. The track features a ton of references to Alice in Wonderland, and the line "falling down the rabbit hole" is used as a metaphor for falling in love. love. And what's really interesting is that Dianna had a Wonderland quote tattooed on her ribcage, which has since been removed. So people really held on to that as proof of their relationship. At a certain point, it seemed like there was some truth to it, because even Jimmy Kimmel decided to directly ask Dianna about it. Of course, both women always insisted that they were just friends. And this went on for a couple of years until they stopped spending so much time together, most likely just because they grew apart and life was taking them in different directions. But these rumors were a part of a bigger fan theory surrounding Taylor's sexuality. Over the years, many of her female friendships have come under the microscope. The most well-known one was with Karlie Kloss. The two of them became friends back in 2013 when they met backstage at the Victoria's Secret fashion show. They were named Clayla back in the day because they were constantly being photographed together and seemed to be inseparable. But when Taylor didn't attend Karlie's wedding in 2018 and Karlie didn't go to her birthday party, people suspected that something was up. They stopped being photographed together after that year, which made it seem like they had a falling out. More recently though, since Folklore came out, fans began digging into the true meaning behind her songs. The three tracks that stood out the most were Illicit Affairs, Seven, and Betty, which were all believed to convey a secret message that Taylor might have some hidden feelings. Now, some people really enjoy finding these little Easter eggs, but until Taylor actually addresses this rumor herself, there's not much point in speculating. So what do you guys think about this latest story? Please let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next video.